Well, I think it's a misunderstanding. You know, the media painted this as anti-American, anti-men and women of the military, and that's not the case at all. Uh, I realize that men and women of the military go out and sacrifice their lives and put themselves in harm's way for my freedom of speech and my freedoms in this country and my freedom to take a seat or take a knee. So I have the utmost respect for them, and I think what I did was taken out of context and spun a different way. The message is that we have a lot of issues in this country that we need to deal with. We have a lot of people that are oppressed. We have a lot of people that aren't treated equally, aren't given equal opportunities. Police brutality is a huge thing that needs to be addressed. There are a lot of issues that need to be talked about, need to be brought to life, and we need to fix those things.
And along those lines, Colin, how disappointed are you that the further we get away from your protest first being noticed, you're talking about everything but your message?
Well, I think that's something that's hard for this country to address, is what the real issues are, and coming to the point where we can admit that these are issues. And once we admit that, we can deal with it, we can fix them, and we can make this country and these communities a better place.
Are you that disappointed to you that people are focusing on everything else except your message?
Yeah, it is disappointing because it takes us farther away from the end goal, which is making the communities in this country a better place.
Does any of that fall on you in terms of articulating a clear message? You said police brutality, you said a lot of issues. That's not that clear. If you're going to make this type of bold stand and you want people to talk about the issues, you have to lay out the issues clearly.
So do you plan to go beyond this protest that you're taking right now? You took a knee today. Are you planning to take it a step further than just sitting out the national anthem?
Yes, I am planning to take it a step further. I'm currently working with organizations to be involved and making sure that I'm actively in these communities, as well as donating the first $1 million I make this year to different organizations to help these communities and help these people.
The San Francisco Police Association has invited you to come visit the academy. Is that something that you're considering?
Yeah, I'm most definitely considering it. The SFPD has had, a lot of issues, and I think one of the issues that needs to be addressed are the racist text messages that have been, passed back and forth between PD members. Not only talking about the community, but also talking about colleagues that work in the same department as them.
Colin, when did you decide that you were donating $1 million, and what went into the thought process today to take a knee?
It was something I was thinking about to try to make sure that I'm not just talking about something, but I'm actively being involved and actively trying to make a change in these communities. And I've been very blessed to be in this position and be able to make the kind of money I do. And I have to help these people. I have to help these communities. It's not right that they're not put in the position to succeed or given those opportunities to succeed. And as far as taking a knee tonight, Eric, as well as myself, had a long conversation with Nate Boyer, who is a military vet, and we were talking to him about how can we get the message back on track and not take away from the military, not take away from pride in our country, but keep the focus on what the issues really are. And as we talked about it, we came up with taking a knee because there are issues that still need to be addressed, and it was also a way to try to show more respect to the men and women that fight for this country.
What was it about this article that caused you to reach out to him?
It was, really just the feelings he had. It was an observation and how he felt, and as I talked to him, as we had that conversation, those are discussions that this country needs to have. You know, while I was talking to him, he mentioned 22 military vets a day commit suicide. But this country will let those vets go and fight the war for them, but when they come back, they won't do anything to try to help them. That's another issue. And these issues need to be addressed.
Was the knee a religious symbol as well? Was that any religious overtones to the knee?
No, there was no religious overtones with that.
Which organizations are you working with, Colin?
What's going through your mind during God Bless America, and then you applied it at the end?
Yeah, once again, I'm not anti-American. I love America. I love people. That's why I'm doing this. I want to help make America better. And I think having these conversations helps everybody have a better understanding of where everybody is coming from. And those conversations are important to have because the better we understand each other, the better we know each other, the better we can deal and communicate with each other, which ultimately, makes everyone puts everybody in a better position.
Which organizations are you working
Jeremy
with?
Lane also sat tonight. Jeremy Lane did up in Seattle. He chose to also sing. I didn't know him.
I didn't know that. But I'm very happy. I'm very proud of him for doing that. I think there are a lot of people that know there are issues and want to address them. I think one of the biggest issues is going about it the right way and also having a clear course of action, which I've had a lot of conversations this week with a lot of different people and trying to plan those things out so we can say, these are the courses of action we want to take and be very clear and concise with those actions.
Which organizations are you working with?
There are a lot that we're currently working with and trying to figure out what's the best way to go about this and what we can actively do. I really don't want to get into specifics as far as organizations, but we've had a lot of discussions in that area.
When you say a lot of organizations,
No. My day is spent with my teammates in meetings at practice. I spend 10, 11, 12 hours a day on football. This is something that we're doing in our personal lives as far as taking a stand and trying to fight for people's rights.
What's the clear result of your protest? You get done with all this, or you come to a point where maybe you feel like you don't need to take a knee, or what would be the dream result?
The dream result would be equality, justice for everybody. This is really something about human rights. It's about the people. This isn't about anything other than that. And some people aren't given the same rights, aren't given the same opportunities as others. And that's really what the issue